Hi there, Carol here, co-founder of Mindset Mastery NLP. Here's a quick video training of how to begin to master your language, communication and influence skills so that you can attract better relationships and success in your life or business. What I'm going to show you in order to achieve these things is using a powerful technique from NLP called rapport building. Now, if you're not familiar with NLP, NLP stands for Neuro-Linguistic Programming. Now, the neuro, that's the nervous system, the mind, which our experiences are processed via our five senses. Our visual, which is what we see, auditory, what we hear, kinesthetic, what we feel, olfactory, what we smell, and gustatory is what we taste. Now, the linguistic, that's the language and the non-verbal communications, which include pictures, sound, feeling, taste, smell, the words we speak, but also our self-talk. And the programming, well, that's the ability to discover and utilize the programs that we run to achieve specific desired outcomes. Now, in other words, NLP is how we use language of the mind to consistently achieve the specific desired results that we want. So what we've noticed is that people usually struggle with three things, okay? They struggle to generate more sales in their business. They struggle to build strong relationships with their partner, their team, or their customers, or they struggle to be a confident leader and communicator. And it's because they don't really understand how to build rapport. So did you know that to communicate effectively in any situation, whether it be sales, teaching, or communicating with people on a daily basis, rapport is absolutely crucial. So being able to communicate easily and effortlessly with every person you meet, and to be able to do so in such a way that people really wanted to listen to what you had to say. Now, wouldn't that feel great? So I want you to picture this scenario. You're at a gathering, you don't know anyone there, and somehow you end up on the wrong side of the room with someone that you don't know, someone that you've never met. Now, this situation for some people could be extremely awkward, or for others, a real opportunity to get to know someone. So did you know that only 7% of our communication is through words? 38% is the tone of the voice, and 55% is through our physiology or our body language. Rapport is crucial for effective communication, and master communicators have the ability to get into rapport with someone very quickly. Now, the easiest way to get into rapport with someone is by matching and mirroring, and this is done completely out of the awareness of the person that you're in communication with. So let me show you how. So let's see, how do you begin to consciously establish rapport with someone on an unconscious level? How do you begin to establish communication with someone's unconscious mind? That is actually the key to rapport. So how do you establish communication with the unconscious mind? Well, the way we do that is actually to be like the person that you're communicating with. Now, it's actually a known fact that when people are like each other, they like each other. In NLP, rapport is about establishing an unconscious common ground. So when we match and mirror someone, we're actually doing this outside of the person's awareness, and you're establishing a common ground with that person's unconscious mind. So then what happens is they then look at you and they think, oh, okay, that person is just like me. So let me explain matching and mirroring a little bit more. Now, there's a difference between matching and mirroring. So we're going to do an exercise. So what I want you to do is I want you to raise your right hand. I want you to raise your right hand just like you're asking a question. Great. So when I raise my left hand and you raise your right hand, that's actually what we call a mirror. So I'm mirroring you or you're mirroring me. Now, if you and I both raise our right hand, we're actually matching each other. So I want to give you an example. So a little while ago, I had to have a meeting to get one of my programs approved to go into a school. And I was really, really nervous around this actual meeting. And there were a panel of people. And basically what I had to do was I had to build rapport really, really quickly with someone that I didn't know. So what I did was I actually used this technique to build rapport easily and effortlessly. So I had someone sitting opposite me and we were having a conversation. So what I did was I actually matched and mirrored their body language. It was like we had been friends for a really long time because the conversation flowed really easily and effortlessly. Our body language shifted, so when they shifted, I shifted, and it really worked. And I got the result that I wanted out of that meeting purely through matching and mirroring. Another scenario is maybe you might find yourself in a situation where you're in an office or you're even at lunch, okay? So you're sitting around a table with a whole heap of people. Some you may know, some you don't know. And what you will actually find is when people are in rapport, they are doing the same thing. And a lot of times they don't even know they're doing it. So if someone picks up a pen, another person might pick up a pen. If someone takes a sip of water, they then take a sip of water. This is all done unconsciously. So I remember a scenario like this right now, teaching rapport, and I had my students in front of me. And what happened was the whole front row didn't even know it until I pointed it out, that they were all sitting exactly the same way. So they were matching and mirroring each other. When someone moved over here, someone over here would move. This one had their legs crossed, and the person next to them had their legs crossed. So that is just a quick example of matching and mirroring. But you can also do this with your voice as well. You can match the voice tone, and you can also match speed as well. So this is a technique that I also learnt a long time ago when I was in telephone sales. Now, have you ever had someone ring you up, a telemarketer as such? They ring you up and they go straight into their pitch. They don't even listen. So what we used to do is, when I was doing it, I would actually pick up the phone, talk to the customer, but then I would match the tonality of their voice. So if they actually spoke really fast, I would speak a little bit faster. If they spoke really slow, I would speak slowly. If they spoke in a deep voice, I would deepen my voice. And that's a really good way to get a result through telephone sales. Some of you may be thinking, well, how do I do this and not have it look obvious? It's really easy. It doesn't have to be obvious. You could literally be standing next to someone, and if that person is standing like this and you don't know them and you want to start up a conversation, it's as easy as standing exactly the same way, getting into the same posture or the same body language. We've had a lot of people go, I think it's too scary, I don't want to do it. But if you practice this and just practice it subtly, like I said earlier, this is outside of the person's awareness that you're communicating with. But this is a really strong tool that you can use to build rapport anywhere in any situation. If you're in business or in sales, and you're meeting someone for the very first time. So you've not established rapport, you've had no contact with them over the phone. This is your very first face-to-face meeting. This is where building rapport by matching and mirroring can really help you. This is going to help you communicate, but it's also going to give you more credibility, because that person's unconscious mind is saying, this person is just like me, I like them, therefore I want to buy from them. This is a really easy technique, and it's not rocket science. It's not something that you really have to think about. But what I want you to do is practice. I mean, go to a restaurant and sit down with people and just practice matching and mirroring the person opposite you, whether you know them or not. This is really going to help you to be a master communicator. So these are just really quick examples of matching and mirroring. You could try this at home, you could try this with your friends, but this is a really quick and easy way to get into rapport with people. So I hope you've really enjoyed this little snippet of rapport and matching and mirroring. I'm not sure where you're at in your life or your business journey, but I remember before I learned NLP and how to build rapport, I was actually struggling within my business. NLP completely changed my business, but also the way that I communicated with my clients. It showed me to communicate on a more effective level, easily and effortlessly. So my question for you is, if you could uncover all of the strategies of NLP to truly transform your life, your business, or your career, then this could be the perfect time for you. This month we are looking for 3 individuals who we can help, and for them to be part of our VIP community. Someone who's ready to take charge of their life and let go of all of those limiting beliefs and live life to the fullest potential. If that's you, or maybe right now you're just interested to learn more, then click the link below and we can have a chat. You can talk to Luke or myself, we can have a clarity call. But thank you so much for watching this video, and we look forward to chatting to you soon.